Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Quartz Books and Body Care. In this video, I am going to do sort of the sequel to my last video, which was my 10 most hated fragrances from Bath & Body Works. If you haven't checked that out, go to my channel and it should be the video before this one. And in this one, I'm going to list my top 10 favorites or most loved fragrances from Bath & Body Works so far. Just a quick note, I have been pretty much a Bath & Body Works user or fan since they started out in the 90s. I was a teenager then, and but I didn't really start like shopping there regularly on a regular basis until 2021. I think that's when I made my first like big online purchase, bought a whole bunch of stuff, and ever since then I was hooked. So a lot of fragrances I would say are from that era. A couple of them that are newer, yeah, I haven't actually been in store since Christmas, so I haven't smelled any of the new stuff they have right now. None of the new Disney princesses or the new, I think the last Everyday Luxury that I smelled was the Imperfect Beauty. So yeah, I'm behind on smelling new stuff, but you know, just based on that, this is my top 10, and it was really hard, let me tell you. It was hard to really narrow it down to 10 because there are a lot that I love. And so I may end up having to do a part 2, like 11 through 20. But yeah, I think I'm happy with my top 10 choices. Now, that being said, I only have 3 of them at the moment. The rest of them are ones that I've had in the past and used up. And either I haven't repurchased it or it hasn't come back. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it then. At number 10, I have Honolulu Sun, and right here I'll pop up, I think this was the original packaging, but I had this packaging, which I believe came out in 2021. This one, if memory serves, was an online exclusive at the time, and like I said, I made a big online purchase back then. I think a lot of us were shopping online then because of COVID, but yeah, I wanted something. I remember thinking I wanted something that was similar to At the Beach, and At the Beach was not available at that time. So let's go ahead and go into scent notes. It's Fresh Island Coconut, Pacific Palm, and Driftwood. This to me is quintessential summer coconut fragrance. I know some people that are not fans of what they call sunscreeny scents don't like this one. I happen to love this one, so I'm assuming I like sunscreen scents. So yeah, I just absolutely love that one. Went through it pretty quickly. I think probably, I would say I think it was gone probably by the end of the summer of 2022, because I wore that one a lot. Would love to have it back. Don't know why it hasn't come back. Anyway, moving on. At number 9, I have Sunset Glow. And I believe this was the original packaging. This is the one that I had. It is Fresh Coconut, Sparkling Cherry Seltzer, Dreamy Moonflower, and Caramelized Vanilla. Not always a big fan of cherry, but this one to me was pretty much like a coconut with a little bit of like that caramelized vanilla. I don't really know what moonflower is supposed to be, but I guess it's some sort of floral note that they threw in there to make it more perfumey and not a gourmand scent, because it's definitely not a gourmand scent. And I think that the cherry was really just sort of like a little garnish, like you had a coconut drink while you're sitting in the sun and it has a little cherry garnish. I don't know. That's just, I just remember absolutely loving that one. Now, it came back later in, I don't remember if it was just a regular summer collection or if it was part of semi-annual sale, but there was a collection that came out. I think there was Poolside Cabana and I forget what the other one was, but it was 3 of them, and they had the little looked like straws inside. I remember when, I think it was an orange spritzer or something was the other one. And for some reason, I just passed on that collection. I don't know if I wasn't thinking that, I want another Sunset Glow. What I'm thinking is that I still had some of my original and just didn't buy it again because I didn't know it was gonna go away. And yeah, so we definitely would like to have that one back. I've heard many people say we need that one back. And then at number 8, I have Peach Prosecco Macaron. This one might be a little bit of a surprise because it does lean more gourmand. Peach Prosecco, vanilla cream, and macaron cookie. To me, this was a perfect summer fragrance for me. I wore that, I want to say that was summer of 2022. I think so. And I wore that religiously, and I got compliments every time I wore it. It smelled so good on my skin. It's definitely my favorite peach that they've come out with. It's like a sweet peach, but it wasn't too sweet. I could definitely see how for some people it might be a little too sweet because they don't want the sweet peach. They want more of like an authentic peach, I guess. And I can understand that. But for me, it was just, it might have just been at that time, it just hit right for me. But I absolutely loved that one, and I would love to have it again. All right, number 7, we have Pink Obsessed, which I do have still right here. This is from the first Everyday Luxuries collection. And because it's hard to read the scent notes here, I will read them on my laptop. It is Blushing Jasmine, Cashmere Praline, and Vanilla Bourbon. And of course, this is supposed to be the dupe of Valentino's Donna Born in Roma. This is, to me, this is like the quintessential perfume. If you like perfumey scents and you like them to be a little bit on the sweet side, it's perfect. And I feel like it's a great year-round scent. You can layer it with a lot of things. It's just beautiful to me. And I think Pink Obsessed, I mean, I realize that the Valentino perfume, the bottle is pink, but honestly, it smells like pink. Like, this is way more perfect in pink than perfect in pink to me. Oh, it smells so good. I just absolutely love it. All right, at number 6, we have, well, I was about to say an oldie but goodie, but I don't know if it's that old, but it is Into the Night. And I believe this was the original packaging, if I'm not mistaken. That's the one I had, except I had it in a diamond shimmer mist. It took me forever to get through it because it was before they changed the diamond shimmer mist to the smaller size that they are now. It was in a regular bottle like this, and the the glitter kept getting stuck in the thing, and I think that's why they changed it. But anyway, absolutely love that fragrance. Raspberry Noir, amber crystals, velvety rose petals, creamy patchouli, and mocha musk. And that was back when they listed more fragrance notes than they do now. Again, to me, quintessential perfumey scent. It's warmer and darker, so it kind of leans a little bit masculine, but Into the Night is the perfect name for it. It is, I would say, because of where I live, it's a little too strong for most of the year. So I really feel it's more like an October through February scent. The rest of the year, I probably wouldn't even reach for it. So that's probably why it took me so long to get through the one I had. And number 5, I hope they bring this one back. It is Pastel Skies. And notes here are soft cloudberries, pink sponge sugar, and coconut musk. Again, with that coconut, it's not super coconutty, so it's not like beachy coconut. It's more like a little berry dessert with coconut sprinkled on it. There's nothing cakey in there. There's nothing like cookie-like in it. It's just like you have a bowl of berries with sugar and coconut on top. And maybe a little bit of whipped cream, because it does say soft cloudberries. So I kind of take that as like there's a little bit of some kind of vanilla or whipped cream on there, but not too much. I absolutely love that fragrance. I hope they bring it back. All right, and then at number 4, I have one that I do still have. It is Hello Beautiful, and I believe this was the original packaging, which was also pretty. I liked how it said hello kind of sideways. But this one I think was the second packaging, or yeah, I think this was the second one. Again, scent notes on my screen here are white gardenia, jasmine petals, magnolia blossom, pink nectarine, and cotton musk. This to me is the best floral scent that Bath & Body Works has ever made, ever, hands down. And what I mean by that, obviously, some of the ones in my top 3 have flowers in them, but this is like floral, floral, floral. If you don't like gardenia, you won't like this. If you don't like jasmine, you won't like this. I don't know about magnolia. I feel like that one kind of blends a little more. I'm not one to really pick out a magnolia scent note. To me, it's gardenia and jasmine. And I do get a little tiny little bit of the nectarine, because it does have a little bit, yeah, very, very tiny sort of citrus, something fruity, but it's very like in the background. And I feel like the cotton musk just kind of gives it a lift from the bottom, like musk is supposed to do, which we'll get into that in a minute. I have a thought about that, because I have mentioned that I don't like If You Musk, so we'll get into that in a second. But yeah, this one is just if you like florals, you have to have this one. It is the best one. It just smells like spring to me. Absolutely, absolutely love it. And I have layered it several times with Cinderella, which it has gardenia. So yeah, if you like Cinderella, you need that one. If you like that one, you need Cinderella. At number 3, my beloved Pure Wonder. And I do believe this is the original packaging. They have changed it a couple times since then. But notes on this are iced rosé, Star Jasmine, and Warm White Amber. This one, oh my gosh, it smells so good. I feel like this is one of those fragrances, because I've seen so many people are like, that's not for me. If you don't automatically go, oh my gosh, I love this, then yeah, it's not for you. This one is just, it's me. It's just perfect for me, I think. It's funny, my daughter used to tell me that this smelled nostalgic to her, and I was like, well, what do you mean? What does it smell like? And she's like, I don't know, it's just the vibe. It smells nostalgic. And I was like, I think I get that. So I feel like it's nostalgic too. There's nothing in particular that it smells like that it reminds me of, but it gives me that vibe of like another time and place. And I just love it. It's so pretty. It's so girly and sweet and kind of innocent. But anyway, I just feel like this is sort of like 1,000 Wishes' little sister, and maybe Champagne Toast is their cousin. So like if you like either of those, I think you would like this one. Yeah, it's not offensive, but yet it's still perfumey if you like perfumey scents. And really, it's because of the jasmine. I feel like any jasmine and or amber fragrances, which tend to be my favorite, those are the perfumey fragrances, and that's what I tend to reach for. That's what I'm geared toward. So yeah. Number 2 and number 1 I no longer have, but number 2 is Surprise Maleficent. I only had this in the mini, but I was late to the game, and I got it when it was already on clearance. They were trying to get rid of all the Halloween stuff. I had smelled the candle, and I thought it was too floral for me. And I was like, no, I don't think I like that. So I didn't even bother smelling the body care. Once it went on sale, I smelled it again, and I was like, wait, this smells amazing. So I got, well, I won't say I said amazing. It was, I liked it. I was like, I think I'm gonna get the mini in this. So I did, and then of course they got, the sale ended and they got rid of all the Halloween stuff. All the Disney villains, and I regret it. I regret not getting the full size, because I went through that spray and the body wash really quickly. So scent notes are Sinister Plum, Midnight Berries, and Mystical Woods. To my nose, that is not the scent notes. To me, it is, I would take the Mystical Woods, which I'm not exactly sure what woods it is. Maybe cedar wood or something like that. Something that leans, well, I don't know, because I'm not, I'm not good at deciphering that type of thing. But it's definitely, there's some woody notes in there. I don't really get plum or berries from it. I get more of a rose. There's definitely a rose note in there with some sort of patchouli, maybe like a patchouli musk, kind of enveloping the rose, with a little bit of woods in the background. And I guess you could say that there's some sort of fruit in there. If you wanted to add the plum, that's fine. But to me, it's more rose and patchouli. And that's what I loved about it. So yeah, I need to get this one. I've mentioned it several times. You'll probably get sick of hearing me say it, you'll probably be like, well, just get it already. But anyway, I do need to grab one from Mercari when I get a chance. I probably wouldn't wear it right now because to me it is more of like a fall winter scent. But yeah, I'll definitely have to get one for my collection. As I have mentioned before, that and the reason why I don't have a lot of these is because I'm trying to use what I have and trying to curate my forever collection, which are the ones that are like my favorites that I want to always have. So yes, all of these that I don't have right now are ones that I will definitely be getting eventually for my forever collection. I just don't have the means to do that right now. But yeah, so that's where we are. All right, and number one is my absolute favorite now for a long time. Pure Wonder was my favorite. Then this one came along and it bumped Pure Wonder to number 2, and then Maleficent came along and bumped Pure Wonder to number 3. So my number 1 is Platinum, and it is Sparkling Bergamot, Silver Blooms, and Patchouli Musk. I love bergamot. I have no idea what silver blooms are. I'm going to bet it's something like a night blooming jasmine, which they have put in a lot of things. And I love jasmine, so that makes sense. And I love patchouli. So, but I will say in that one, you don't really get patchouli. Like if you are dead set on hating patchouli and you absolutely know that you would never buy anything with patchouli, I would say still give it a try, because you don't really get patchouli. I think because it's a patchouli musk, again, I think it's just to sort of ground it, to have some sort of base for the fragrance. Now, I was gonna add this because I mentioned before, I said we'll get into that later. So I don't care for If You Musk, and I mentioned that in my other video. And I think what it is I don't like musk on its own, because that really is supposed to be a scent note that you add to a fragrance to give it that sort of warmth and perfumey vibe. And If You Musk, it's really just musk and a little bit of iris, I think, and that pink pepper or something like that. And so I feel like there's nothing there. There's no other scent notes to kind of give it a perfumey vibe, which is why it's supposed to be Your Skin But Better. It's like, here, take this musk, see how it works with your body chemistry. And with mine, it didn't work. So I think that when you have patchouli musk, cotton musk, mocha musk, which are in Platinum, Pastel Skies, and Into the Night, that works for me, because it is, number one, it's not just musk, it's like a specific musk that is vibing with the other scent notes. So I hope that makes sense. I might just be rambling, but that's what makes sense to me. So I'm like, okay, I like that type of musk. I also, based on this top 10, I can safely say that I like amber, I like jasmine, and I like coconut. That is in a lot of these. And definitely like vanilla. And I like florals in general. I like gardenia and I like rose. And let's see, what else do they have in common? And I like a little bit of fruit sprinkled in, you know, like the soft cloudberries, the raspberry noir, the peach Prosecco, you know, a little bit of fruit to give it a little bit of sweetness. Yeah, and that makes sense based on what I know and what I know I like. Yeah, that is me in a nutshell. I like ambery fragrances. I definitely do not shy away from jasmine, and I've always known I've loved coconut since I was a kid. So yeah. Anyway, that is my top 10. Let me know if any of these are also your favorites. And if you'd like to see more, let me know down below and I will do a part 2, because I think my next 10 are pretty, are just as stellar as my top 10. They're just not my favorites. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video, which I think might be my March empties. See you soon. Bye-bye.